Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. It has been a hot minute since we've all gotten together on a social hour, especially virtual. So welcome everybody who is especially joining us on camera, and kudos to you who are actually cooking along with us. It's going to be a good time, and please feel free to laugh at us at any time.
Encouragement.
Yes, absolutely. There's going to be kitchen faux pas probably by the minute, especially on my end. But thank you all for wanting to join us on this. Pretty much we're trying this out for the very first time, and so thank you for being our guinea pigs and for joining us this evening. It's going to be fun. And for those of you who we can't see you, we're hoping maybe you're cooking along with us, or either way, thank you guys for being on board with us this evening. So of course, one thing that we're going to try out right out of the gate is, we all know that when we start doing a little cooking, especially experimenting with a recipe we've never tried, is you like to have a little cocktail alongside. But this evening we're going to do a mocktail, and Stephanie had provided some of these recipes ahead of time so you could gather up your items beforehand. So I'm going to go ahead and
Do you want to introduce us real quick in case we have people that
yes,
know
that's
us?
a good idea. Yeah, so some of you, especially for folks who are phone numbers and stuff that have never maybe met us before, I'm Jennifer Morgan. I'm the Hunter Education Coordinator for the Department of Game and Fish. And I'll pass it over, there we go, pass it over to Stephanie, she can introduce herself.
Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie. I'm the Assistant Hunter Education Coordinator with the Department of Game and Fish. I'm so excited to be doing this tonight. I participated in one of these a couple of years ago, and I didn't cook along, and I kind of regretted it after the fact. And I just thought it'd be so fun if we tried this out, especially our Southwest PIO, Colleen. She was like, man, that's a really good idea, because when we have these social hours, a lot of people are cooking, and she's like, I really want to know what they're cooking. So now we all get to cook together, and we all know we're cooking together. I just think it's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully a lot of laughs. And I totally encourage you to laugh along with me, because there's a joke that Jennifer and I have that, yes, I am a fantastic worker. I get my job done, but it's going to be total chaos in the process, and it's going to be a huge story at the end of it. So I've never done any of these recipes before. It was super funny because my daughter Charlotte comes up. She's like, Mom, what's for dinner? And I tell her the nuggets. And she's like, oh, I thought Gabe did all the cooking. And that's my significant other. And I'm like, you know what? No, and you know that. But she doesn't think I fry things. I'm not the fryer, apparently. So this could be really entertaining, because I'm going to fry things, not an air fryer or anything, totally old school. It's going to be humorous, I guarantee.
Yes. Well, and myself included, I have never actually fried anything out of this before. You can't see it because I probably
we're doing the same thing.
Yes, we're doing the same thing, because I normally have like a fry daddy. Well, it's bye-bye. I didn't realize that when I committed to this. So I'm improvising, and you'll realize that, and we all know that every time you go to cook something, especially when you're doing something new, you're like, oh yeah, I think I've got everything. And then you don't have everything, and then you're improvising. So that's just what you do, and it's okay.
Well, this totally inspired me to buy one of these net thingies, because it never like gets splattered with hot oil right in my eyeball.
You will not regret having one of those. So I have one. I at least have one of those.
So if you guys have one, for your safety, I encourage you to use this.
Yeah, and if you don't like cleaning your gas stove, get one of those, because that saves you some trouble as well. But let's get started with
Jennifer, Stephanie, yes. A great thing to do when you have one of those, because we all know that oil still splatters through it, put a coffee filter on top and it'll catch most of it.
See, thank you. Yep. Oh, you're so smart. Yep.
This is why we're doing this.
And that's again why we like to do these things with everybody, is there's so much information exchange for these, and I've missed out on stuff like that. So poor me, I only have a Keurig, so that's not going to help me out at all. So yeah.
And I would like to say, if you guys have any information or things that you want to share throughout this episode here, do so. You don't need permission to unmute yourself and just chime in.
Yeah, this is a very casual atmosphere. If you haven't been on one of our sessions before, we love the exchange back and forth. We do this not only just for you guys, but we love doing it for you guys. So, and again, it's been a while, and I've kind of missed it. So I'm glad we're doing this. So with the recipe, if you guys were able to print it off or have it on your phone, basically you need some really simple stuff to make this mojito mocktail. Honey simple syrup. So again, I wasn't going to go out and buy something specific because then you never use it again. So I just use honey from my cabinet, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but some people get freaked out when your honey turns like this. It's totally fine and safe. You just put what you need in a container, you microwave it for a few seconds, not very long because it'll burn, but just microwave it enough to where it's liquidy and it's perfectly fine. So you'll do that with your honey. And then if you want to dilute a little bit, you can add some simple syrup and just a little bit of water. So I made my little concoction right here. So you need 3 ounces of that, 2 ounces of fresh lime juice, which my lime was less than desirable. I'm using it as a garnish. So I have some of this that's left over in my fridge. Then you need some mint leaves, got some of those. 3 ounces of lime flavored sparkling water. And so we've got just your, whatever you can find from the store.
Can we talk about the flavored waters real quick? So I've been sick Monday and Tuesday, so I didn't get out to go grocery shopping. The amount of sparkling flavored waters in the aisle, I swear I spent 7 minutes going, oh my God, I'm about to buy Albertsons out of their sparkling water selection. Because I was like, there's Polar, there's Topo Chico. That sounded fancy. There's so many options. And I wanted to ask people what do you choose? But there was no one there.
Well, but when did sparkling water become a thing? Or am I just in a box somewhere?
I was a day years old when I realized that Squirt was grapefruit flavored. By the way, who knew?
So basically, if you have Stephanie has a mug that you can close up, unless you have a cocktail shaker. Don't judge. But you're gonna put your 3 ounces of your honey simple syrup in there, and again, you don't have to get super and actually it says your mint leaves, so sometimes I like to muddle the mint leaves first, or anything that you want to muddle, just throw that in there first. And I don't know, mush. You're gonna mush it around.
Mush it. Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, so mush it around. And again, I have this random item I've had in my, everybody has these weird junk drawers full of stuff in your kitchen. I don't know. So
what do you have?
I don't know what it is. It probably went to something.
I love it.
It's now a muddler. That's his new vocation. He's a muddler. It was gonna go in the trash, and I was needing this for a muddler actually the other day, and I'm like, well, now it is not trash. It has a purpose. All right, so you're gonna do that with your mint leaves, and man, that smells so good.
Right.
And then, okay, then you're gonna take your honey syrup concoction, pour it in there.
Right. Yeah.
And then your lime juice is 2 ounces. So we got that going on there. Eyeball it if you want. I don't think I've ever really made a mojito, so
I haven't either.
I've just had it at a restaurant because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, you just make it for me because you're a professional. Oh, this is smelling really good.
You shake it now?
Okay. And then add some ice.
Okay, got that.
Ooh, okay. And note to self, if you use anything with carbonation, don't put it in this because you're not going to like the results. Just saying.
Oh, you should have said it. Really entertaining. Oh,
Okay, good.
well,
Gonna mix all that up. It says, oh, 30 seconds, but
30 seconds.
that's probably good enough because I'm impatient.
These are not spill proof, by the way.
I need more ice. Is this how Julia Fairchild felt when like she was having to do this, you know? Like,
Yeah, right? But like it wasn't so modern day.
right.
Like, I need more ice.
Right. So then you're gonna pour
Vitamixer.
pour that in there. And then oh, this is from what? A Vitamixer?
I used a Vitamixer.
Oh, she used the vitamin.
Blended everything.
Oh, I'm like,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna
That one of
top
those
off.
things that like the little bullet thingies.
Oh, like a magic bullet.
Yeah. I
There
think
we
that's
go. And then top off your little thing there with some
Okay.
sparkling water. And I don't know, how's that look? Thumbs up? Okay.
Yeah, you had a wheel and everything.
Well, that's what your recipe said to do.
Guess what? Guess what? Topo Chico is not twist off. Oh boy.
Okay.
How long has it been since I twist off?
Hmm.
Or a non-twist off? I gotta get a bottle opener.
That's pretty refreshing. Okay, that's not
Not
good.
terrible.
It's not terrible. Absolutely not. We're gonna set that aside. I kind of
So-
like that honey simple syrup that I made up.
Is it good?
Yeah, it does. It doesn't suck.
Did anybody else make one?
I don't know. Anybody not on camera kind of following along with that?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if I chose right.
It's very refreshing. I'm gonna say
I was
that.
worried that there was gonna be like too much lime. Is yours yellow?
Yeah, well, it's like a muddy watercolor,
Yeah. Like
but it's
lake
because
water.
it's the honey. Yeah.
Do
I
not
just-
just grab up some elephant beet water, okay, and do this.
It's from the
Not a
Rio
good
Grande.
idea.
It's so delicious.
Not a good idea. And so I just top off the top with it?
That's what it says. It says put like 1.5 ounces. I might have put, so I think I put a little bit too much of the lime soda, but it's still good. So I think it took away from the mint part.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna set that aside. And
Oh,
then
look at that.
oh, yours is pretty. Yeah, you're
And I went Idaho Fish and Game.
oh, I went set in a Collins glass, which I don't really know what that is. I had to Google it. So but this is as close as I got. It's a mint julep glass from the Kentucky
Oh.
Derby. So
There you go. Cheers, everybody.
yes. Happy Wednesday.
Ooh, that is nice.
Good.
I need more mint in mine.
Yeah, I think so. Yes. Cheers, Erica. Absolutely. Thank you.
Oh yeah,
All
you
right.
have to get a hold of that chat there. Or everybody
And
should
I don't
just,
know if you guys have ever had any fruit mojitos, but it's really, really good if you muddle some like strawberry or something like that in when you're muddling your mint. Delicious.
That's smart. And you know one thing, and some of you who have been on board with us for a while, I want to give a shout out to Christina Roybal, who does the wild edibles. And she, talks about, harvesting your own stuff out and about. And so if you're ever out in the woods and the mint is in season, that is some of the most fragrant and flavorful mint that you can find. So if you can grow your own, like I picked some, it's trying to come up. I picked some from my garden, and yeah, We need to get her back on. She's amazing.
And actually a mint that's really good too is I grow lemon balm that is really, really good. It's a mint, but it's kind of lemon flavored. So it has the mintiness and the lemonness, and it's just amazing.
And citrusy.
And that's really good in tea too.
Oh, that does sound, iced tea. That would be good. Oh, good deal. Thank you. See, I love that. I love the information exchange. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it over to you for the main event.
Yeah, super exciting. And I just want to do a little toast. I don't know if we're gonna do any more lady social hours before September, but here's to Jennifer, who's gonna be retiring soon and gonna be enjoying life in Texas. So if this is your last one, here's to you.
Oh, thank you all so much.
Oh, Topo Chico really
Cheers, Jennifer. We're gonna miss you so much.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you guys too. Well, if you keep going on this way and doing virtual, then I can hop on.
There you go. All right, are we ready?
I think so.
Okay.
And just and real quick too, while she's kind of getting some stuff prepped, I went rogue, and
yes,
not a big pickle person. So I stole this recipe. Well, it's not a recipe. We just opted no pickles, but I did something very similar. And so for those of you who might have been, and I don't know if anybody's on this call that was at the ladies pheasant hunt that the department hosted that Ross did back right before COVID hit. And we did it on where was a Boys Ranch. And so anyway, if you guys were there, he did this breading for the pheasant cook up that we did there, and it turned out really, really good. So I stole it, and that's what I'll be doing for this evening, minus maybe a little ad-libbing with some seasoning. So go ahead, Steph.
All right. So
and I think I'm going to turn my oil on too. So for those of you who might be joining us, depending upon what type of element that you're going to be frying, it can take 10 to 15 minutes to get your oil up to temperature. So you might want to go ahead and turn that on. That way, when we get to that point, it's ready to fry.
Yeah, I got that going.
About medium high heat, from what I read.
Yeah. So let's clarify what medium high heat is, right?
Right.
So I have an electric stove, and mine goes up to 10. Medium, obviously, divided by 2 would be 5, right? Anything like higher than 6 kind of freaks me out. Am I right? Am I good? Let me just explain real quick. I, about 12 years ago, was worthless in the kitchen. I didn't know how to make ramen noodles, barely. Until I got my degree in biochemistry and I started working in a lab, and I realized that cooking is just my lab work, that I have to do all my procedures and stuff. So, am I the greatest cook? I don't know. You guys can be the judge one day if you ever come over, and find that out.
I don't know. I've eaten your cooking, and it tastes good, and I haven't died or gotten sick, so I think you're doing pretty good.
I mean, I will take 1 of 1 reviews as a good review. I'm fine with that. That's good. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I have my potatoes and my cold water, and that's to bring out that starch, to get a little bit more crispiness there. So I am going to strain that real quick, because I'll be honest, I forgot about it. I prepped a lot of stuff, but we can do it now.
So while she's straining those potatoes to fry up, I just wanted to give you a rundown of what I did differently than what Stephanie did. So I got a Ziploc bag. I got your ordinary, Ritz crackers, and I took about a sleeve to a sleeve and a half of those crackers, and I put them in a bag, and I took a rolling pin, and I made them just like total like tiny little crumbs, and then I put about a cup of flour in there. And when we get to the point of taking the turkey out of the egg wash, I'll just dredge them in this, and then I'll add some seasoning of choice. And then for those of you who are lucky enough to get out in the turkey woods this year and harvest one, awesome for you. not so much for me. This is a store-bought turkey.
See,
So
they better-
I have no
I
credit.
want to know,
for harvesting
is anybody cooking with turkey tonight? Like harvested out in the woods? Can you holla?
No, that's okay.
And that's totally cool. Mine is chicken, store-bought chicken, because I could not
And-
find turkey breast.
See, and it's hard, right? So I had to find it's so random how they do turkey in the store unless you're at Thanksgiving. So anyway, I just cut up the turkey tenderloin. That's so funny. Turkeys don't have tenderloin, so it just cracks me up how grocery stores market this thing to people. So, but I just sliced. We cut it up into little nugget size, so you can fry it. One thing though that I do want to kind of point out with if you do have wild turkey, it tends to there's not as much fat, and so you definitely don't want to overcook it, so you'll have to pay attention to your heat and how long you cook it for. And then if you decide to cook wild turkey in a roaster or something else, just know it's going to be on the drier side if you do the breast. So definitely don't overcook it, and you'll want to make sure it stays nice and moist. Unless you like super dry meat, then you're okay. But just so you know that wild bird is completely different than your store-bought bird. So
Yeah. I will say I love pickles and pickle juice, but I am very picky about my pickles, and I only say best made pickles are the best pickles, and it's the hamburger slices in particular that have the best flavor. So that's what I used in my turkey bag here, chicken bag, whatever.
bird bag.
Out in the turkey woods, had some come in, just didn't have a shot. And plus, I was hunting with game wardens, so I was really scared that I was going to make a bad shot. So there was that too. Anyways, there was the pressure was on there. But no, I did get out. I saw lots of turkeys. I heard turkeys every day, saw turkeys every day. It was a whole lot of fun. So I hope you guys did too, at least a couple of days, because man, it's a lot of fun to hear those guys out there gobbling and chirping away. Yeah, so I have my pieces that I've been marinating, I guess. So I'm gonna dump the juice out into I have my egg batter with milk here, or my eggs that have been scrambled up and whatnots with my milk.
Yep,
So
that's what I've got here as well.
Oh, you got like a nice dish. Look at that. You can see through. Good idea. Dang. Dang.
I'm just gonna get. Are we ready to like? Okay.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Dump it in there. Dump it in the milk.
Yeah. So
I really didn't see the point and salt and peppering the chicken before you put it in there because I felt it was just gonna rub off. So I just poured the salt and pepper in the pickle juice. And
see,
then
and
just
that's.
it around.
I've seen lots of people season the meat and then they put it in all this other stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute, now you just washed it all off. So I always like to put my seasoning in with the breading that you're gonna coat it with. But that's me.
That's true.
Because then it's gonna stick.
Yeah.
Because if you put it in this, it's just gonna wash off. So I don't know. That's me. I mean, however.
That's the thing about cooking, right?
There's no one way to do it.
There's no one here to tell you what to do, and you ain't got to eat it if you don't like it. So boo.
Right?
All right.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna mix all that together in my milk pickle juice. Oh, that sounds awful.
That does.
An egg mixture. Make sure it gets all good and coated up. Kind of leave that there for a second and set it aside. And then I got my breadcrumbs here on this plate. I used regular breadcrumbs and panko breadcrumbs because I just thought, why not? Like, I want to go a little rogue. But
right? And they make different flavors of breadcrumbs now, like Italian seasoning, which I've used in like a venison meatloaf before, and it turns out really well. So
I was very overstimulated at the grocery store.
Yeah.
All the different flavors of things, and I thought, man, little did I know, there's so much
Oh.
of so many things.
Talk
So many-
about getting overwhelmed with stuff. So if you go in a season aisle or you go to like a barbecue store or the sporting goods store, just finding like different barbecue rubs is overwhelming as well. So something that I found at Academy was and I don't know if you guys watch YouTube or not, but I love these guys. They're the Bearded Butchers. They're in Oklahoma, I think, or somewhere. But I love their spices, and I've never tried it before. But they have a butter blend, and I think we tried this on salmon. I recommend it. So I'm going to try it on this. Some of the other things that I like are the Meat Church blends of, and then this one's got a little spice to it. It's holy voodoo. I like it on meat and stuff. And then they also have a barbecue rub, but just use whatever you like.
Oh, here the turkey.
Use what you like.
All right, Kira said she didn't go turkey hunting, so she's saving all her time off for fall hunting. Man,
that's right.
Time to get a new job, Kira. One that gives more time off. I'm just kidding. On a recent hunt, my fiance Erica says,
I drew 3 hunts this year, so it's going to be a busy
dang.
fall.
Dang.
Yeah, I drew first archery elk, second archery deer, and ibex. So it's going to be a busy fall.
Yeah, holy cow. Erica says, on a recent hunt, my fiance got 1 turkey. He has it frozen in the freezer. So your invitation recipe arrived at a good time. Thank you for sharing. You know what, Erica, thank you. I would like you to send an email to me with those exact words later so I can pass it on to the bosses that we were doing an excellent job.
That's fantastic. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just taking all that turkey meat and I am just rolling it around in a Ziploc bag. All I'm doing. And making lots of noise, apparently. I got the peanut gallery in the living room.
Okay, tell the hubby you're cooking. It's okay.
Right, I'm making dinner, right? I'm giving him the day, the night off.
So I have my breadcrumbs and I'm throwing in my 3 3/4 cups of flour, my paprika. I just want to tell you, I never like sort my spices out into these cute little cups, but I've always wanted to when I see them on cooking shows. So I will never do this again, I'm sure, like this, but here, look at me having my spices.
Look at you, all professional looking.
Oh, right. I was really surprised by the powdered sugar thing that I'm adding right now.
You know, I thought that was kind of weird too. It's like, why would you want to put powdered sugar? But I guess
a lot. Like it's 2.5 tablespoons. So there you go. Dump it all in there. Add 2 tablespoons of the kosher salt. I went a little lighter on the salt just because it really freaks me out to over salt things. I always figure I could just add it later. So anyways, the recipe says to, spread it over a plate. I'm going to mix it all together, get my hands dirty. I did wash my hands ahead of time, don't worry.
I'm glad I started my oil. It's only at, so you can use a meat thermometer to get your oil temperature, because apparently, according to Google, you really want your oil temperature to be between 350 and 400 degrees because the last thing you want to do is put your stuff in like the cold oil and then it's just all greasy and gross and bleh. So you can use a meat thermometer, but somebody bought a cool new toy. It's for measuring heat. So you just point this little laser at the
What
heat.
Is that?
It's a infrared thermometer, and I just point the little laser at it.
Oh, laser.
my Austin Powers. But I just yeah, so it's saying my oil right now is only at 252 degrees, so I got a ways to go.
So my thermometer,
it's going though. It's moving up. It's moving on up. Like Jefferson.
Its battery was out. I was like, oh, I have one of those circle battery things. And then when I open it up, it's like the teeny tiny circle battery. I'm like, oh. So, hey, we're just going to go with it. And greasy, oily nuggets. But at least it's not, super precious. Well, turkey, it's chicken.
Right? If you mess up, you can just go buy some more. You can't just like go shoot another turkey.
Yeah.
Well, you could, but I don't recommend
Exactly. Not now.
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
wanna
not
be a
until
big-
September.
Big
Yeah,
trouble.
exactly.
Yeah. I had almost with my bow in September on my elk hunt, and it just didn't turn out, but that was pretty fun.
I think I want to go ahead and start with my potatoes.
Okay.
I have a little bit at a time, so I had them in my strainer thing. And after I take them out of the oil here, I love slap your mama. I don't, not the act. I am not.
You like to slap your mama?
But it is the seasoning. Slap your mama. It's Cajun seasoning. Cajun is like one of my all-time favorite foods. But it's just good on everything. Like green chili is to the Mexicans, this is to the Cajuns. All right. So I'm gonna throw a few in there and see what happens. And I actually cut all kinds of sizes of potatoes. I went big fat potatoes. I went little skinny potatoes. I went triangle potatoes. I did everything.
You did not leave a potato out. All included.
I did.
Inclusion.
Yeah.
Potato inclusion.
It is a potato inclusion. You know, I don't want to hear you.
Well, your oil's hot. Mine is not.
Yeah. Look at
We're
that.
getting there.
And I only have one of those splatter things. Does anybody have any recommendation if I only have one splatter thingy?
Good
No?
medium high, but I'm gonna have to go up higher apparently. Apparently.
Things are happening. Gonna get a little
Yeah,
scary.
Stephanie, now that you put it on there, put the coffee filter back on it once you put it on there.
Okay. On the thingy?
On top of the thingy.
Yeah.
Okay, coffee filter activated. Oh, that's brilliant. I love it.
Okay, and then while I'm waiting for that to warm up, I'm gonna get my super fancy fries out of the freezer. Oh wait,
Did anybody else start their potatoes yet? Whoever's cooking along there?
Well, and another thing that I want to throw out there, if you're using fresh potatoes and like you said, you soak them for a little while and it takes out a lot of the starch, but if they're still not getting crispy enough, if you toss them in a little bit of vinegar before you cook them, they'll get super crispy.
wow,
I've never heard that before.
that's awesome.
Yes, ma'am.
I like
A little
it.
bit.
That's awesome. Yeah, we will be doing crinkle cut sweet potatoes fries and tots.
So remember how I said things were going to get really funny? I did something really dumb. I was like, I don't have two of those like screen thingies, so I'm going to use my plastic like strainer. I freaking melted it.
I don't have one of those cool scoopy things either, so I don't know how this is gonna go.
Oh, no, plastic.
Because I'm used to my fry daddy basket, right? And you just put everything in there, and I'm like, now that I don't have that, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
It's too cheap to buy one of those. But now, yeah, I totally ruined this plastic thing. And now there's melted plastic on the top.
Note to self: plastic melt.
It's never a dull moment. But look, everybody can learn, right?
Oh.
Everybody can learn. So those might have to turn up the heat a little bit because they're frying, but it doesn't look. Are they supposed to fry fast? You think? I don't know. Oh, so this is going to get really entertaining if we continue to do these and we do like fancy meals.
Yeah.
That's going to be great. Okay. So I have, while that's a cooking, I got.
I'm getting hot. I'm getting hotter.
Yeah.
I'm having some room.
Hot in here. So yeah, it said something about squeezing out when you dip it or you put it in the milk and egg stuff. supposed to like squeeze out the extra moisture. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do here before I dip it in my breadcrumb situation. I've never really squeezed the moisture from meat before.
I don't know. There's a first for everything.
There is. Here I go.
I think what I'm gonna do with this right now is because I don't think enough seasoning. I like seasoning. That's just me though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take some of this out. Ooh, that smells so yummy.
Like, I hope it doesn't take the egg mixture like too much off of it.
I think you'll be all right. I don't know. It's Meateater guy. I think you're gonna be all right.
They're pros, man. They're pros.
Supposedly.
But if this really tastes like Chick-Fil-A nuggets, I'm gonna be like, this is gonna cure all of those Sunday cravings that's when I want Chick-Fil-A.
Right. It always is Sunday, right? You're like,
Always.
of course, because
Yeah.
you can't go.
I'm just gonna say that my oil is probably hot.
Mine's getting there.
Yeah.
I kind of like this tool. Ooh, I'm getting there. Getting there.
That is awesome. I definitely have to get one of those.
I recommend this. I don't know where you got it, but I bet you can get it on Amazon or somewhere.
It looks like a Stanley one. It's really a thermometer.
Yeah. It's oh, sorry. Yeah. Neat.
That's hilarious.
It is pretty trick. I feel super high tech. I just want to like point this, like use my laser on everything.
You know.
Well, we were playing with it, going around the house. I'm like, wonder how hot that is. How hot that is.
What do you need to measure your temperature of your shower water? Oh, what's happening there?
You know, is the air conditioner working? You know, I don't know.
Oh man, I gotta flip my phrase here.
You know, you get a new toy and you gotta play with it.
I agree.
See, say you're old without saying you're old. I got super excited about a meat thermometer. I have no life.
Meat thermometers are actually awesome. They have some really, really cool ones for the barbecue now that are Bluetooth.
Yes, we have one of those.
It sends the information to your phone to tell you the internal temperature of your meat, so you don't have to keep checking it.
Yes.
Yes.
It's this
Those
cool
are
dude,
awesome.
Yes. Highly recommend it if you guys like to do a lot of smoking or put things on the grill, like a prime rib or I don't know, even in your oven. Highly recommend this.
I eventually want to do like a smoker session of one of these, by the way, because I'm obsessed with smoking.
Yeah, we don't have one
the
anymore.
coffee filter and all the grease that came through the screen. Kira, brilliant.
Yeah, see, I told you, those things are awesome.
Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna test it out, guys. I'm gonna go for it and drop
your taters. Your taters are going in.
Yeah, no, my taters. Some of my taters are already gone in. I think they're almost done.
Okay, I'm fixing to put nuggets in.
I'm breading some nuggets.
Okay, I need to get
squeezing the moisture out of them. I don't know about you guys.
And that is actually very important to squeeze the moisture out because you're putting it in oil. So if it has too much water in there, it can cause a huge fire. So definitely an important step.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
I don't know about you guys, but when I fry stuff, like meats to get a coating on there, the coating never sticks on. And it's very disappointing. And so that's why I said, like, bring your meat to room temperature, which I hardly ever do. And I'm hoping that that helps. So if you have a tip there, because I love me a spicy chicken sandwich. Oh, buffalo chicken sandwiches. But I can't do it. Can't fry meat.
So another trick to that, Stephanie, with the breading not sticking, if you actually put it in a little bit of flour before the egg wash, it'll stick better.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I should be taking notes. Maybe Kira should host these next time.
Yeah, Kira, you're up.
I'll be right there. Like, just invite me to your kitchen and I'll help you guys.
Right? How far do you live, man? How far do you live? All right, I'm getting all this breaded. I got some potatoes that are looking.
The oil. I have to keep. I hope this is not too loud. I have you guys next to the air fryer, so I'm gonna mute.
There you go. I don't know, but this breading situation is looking pretty nice. And I still smell the pickle juice in it, which I'm really excited about. I love Bethany pickles. They're the best. Don't forget to chime in here whenever you feel the need and necessary. Oh man, look at all that. But yeah, all the bread is shaken. It's looking good. I have nice messy fingers. That's good. Rinse off here. I'm gonna go play with a paper towel and start taking off some taters. This is way fun, by the way. So thank y'all for joining us and entertaining this wild idea that we had. It was about done. That's nice. That is nice. Look, I think Gabe will be proud, okay? Oh, dang it. Potatoes down, potatoes down. Oh, those thin ones came out nice. Look at those, y'all. Yum. I don't know about you, but I kind of like to snack when things, oh, that's way too much. Don't put too much. Slap your mama. Here, I'll do this. Sprinkle it on this way. There we go. Yeah. I like the slap your mama because it's not too salty. There's some other Cajun seasonings, but they come out pretty salty. Salty. All right, set that to the side over here. I will taste that in just a second. I'm gonna throw some more taters in. Jennifer, did you say that you? Okay. Maybe a little splattered, but I'm okay. I gave him fish shirt. A potato went and the chicken oil. Apparently that is hotter than the potato oil. So we're ready to go. Okay.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna take the first batch of turkey nuggets out. Sorry if it's so loud because of the air fryer, so I'm gonna mute.
Oh, you're doing air fryer. Okay. All right, are we ready? I'm a little nervous. Pressure's on here. Okay. Oh, Lordy. What's happening? Ooh. Don't just throw them in, maybe gently just slide them in. I just threw one in and I'll tell you, there were some oil splatters. Yikes. All right. We are frying. Oh, heavens. It's exciting. All right. Ooh, those are coming out pretty. Are you doing yours in the oil too, Jennifer, and the air fryer? Or the air fryer, you got your fries going?
So I just got the air fryer going for the tots and the fries. Man, I wish you guys could smell these. I don't know. But look at this turkey nugget goodness going on right there.
Wow, look at the crispiness on that thing, man.
It's the Ritz crackers. It's the secret, man. The Ritz
That does
crackers.
look like Chick-Fil-A nuggets.
Look at there. I'm telling you.
That looks like a Chick-Fil-A nugget. I think you cheated and you went and
I just went, yeah, Ross went to Chick-fil-A and we just dumped a whole bunch in my little bucket. Thanks, Ross.
Do it.
All right, I'm gonna put the second batch in. I'm gonna double check my oil. Okay, we dropped down a little bit, so I'm gonna make sure that we're. And I had a turkey nugget down, so.
Electric stove, people. I have mine on 6. It seems to be doing the trick.
So I'm gonna let my oil get a little hotter again.
I saw Ross pop in for a little snacky snack.
Yeah. Is it good?
Actually,
Okay, I got thumbs up from the fam. So that's good. But I didn't abort Chick-fil-A completely. So where is it?
Oh,
So Polynesian sauce on these turkey nuggets is the bomb. I just have to say.
get it out. Right.
Yeah.
Kira, I'm totally trying your vinegar trick next time. I mean, they're a little crispy. Maybe a little crispier, I think.
Yep, just a little tiny bit, kind of just like toss them in it. And I mean, you don't want them to sit in the vinegar, just toss them a little bit and then put them into the pan and they'll get super crispy.
Dang. So that's before
That's
I
a
took
great
the
idea.
water or after the water? After they soak in water.
So after the water, so I think the reason that you had a little bit of splatter when you put them in there was because they had too much water on them still. So you want to dry them off, maybe like just put them on a paper towel. And then after the paper towel, like toss them in a little bit of white vinegar before you put them in there.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Oh, man, people aborted us. Really? It's only like you, me, Kira. That's it. Hey, gals, I'm leaving. Oh, Erica said she's leaving work. I'll catch a recorded video when you announce it's available in the next newsletter. I look forward to cooking my turkey nuggets. Thank you all for helpful cooking tips. Take care. Well, yeah. I mean, thank you for coming, Erica. I'm glad you're enjoying it. All right. Let's see.
I'm definitely enjoying this. I wish I had some turkey or chicken to cook with y'all, but we had tuna for dinner, so.
Hey, whatever's clever. So when I did this, yeah, like I just watched and it was a super fancy recipe. But there was all these people cooking along. The only thing I didn't like about it was that, you know, it was kind of more of the setting was different. So you couldn't just chime in whenever you wanted. It was more like what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, so you had to like type in all your questions and, oh, man.
It was a sterile environment.
Yeah, I wanted it to be more interactive.
You couldn't have interaction. So.
And so who knows, maybe one day we could do these like in person. I just need to figure out how to go about that. I think it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we have a perfect place at Weedo every year to do that, you know, it'd be great.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, you guys did canning and you guys did what was it, the candied jalapenos? That's awesome.
Oh, did you guys get to try those? They were fantastic.
No.
They were really good. They were good.
Did y'all get,
and yeah, I've used that sauce since then. It's so good. Just put it on like some rice or make like a stir fry with it. And one thing I actually did with the sauce from the candied jalapenos was I made some turkey empanada with some fried potatoes and that sauce. It was to die for.
That sounds amazing, Kira.
did y'all get like printed instructions on how to do that?
Yes, she did give us the recipe and instructions. I will definitely send it to you, Stephanie.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
That's cool.
Because, you know, I did a garden and like everybody that gardens, like I'm just going to have the biggest harvest on the face of the planet. And I'm going to have to can all my stuff. I won't have anything come out. I'm flipping some taters. I think I'm going to turn that heat up a little bit. All right. Okay, I think I might be good to go with these nuggets. Let's see. Are you done with your nuggets?
No, I have the second batch is in the oil right now. They're almost done though.
Okay, okay.
Are you pulling yours out?
I think I'm gonna pull one out and see what we're looking like here.
Oh, that looks good.
Look oddly like a Chick-Fil-A nugget. Now, will they taste like it? We're about to find out.
So, and I know, Jennifer, you're saying they use the Chick-fil-A sauce. Which one of the sauces were you using?
So I have the Polynesian sauce. It's like the sweet sauce. That's the one I like. But I do like the Chick-fil-A sauce as well, but this is my favorite.
Okay. Awesome. I don't think I've had that one.
Really good.
Yeah, I'm not a sauce gal. I like them just plain Jane. So I opted not to make the sauce.
I'm saucy. I like sauce.
You like the sauce?
I like the sauce.
The sauce?
All right. Ooh, man. Yes. Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm nervous. All the hype. I've heard so much good things about these nuggets and this recipe. And I just don't want it to be, I don't want to be let down. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. They are really hot.
I'm gonna see if I can oh, my contraption's gonna fall over, but I just have to show you guys this. This is, look at that. That's just
yeah.
really good looking stuff right there.
Yeah.
Well, now my iPad contraption just fell off. If you guys only knew what I have this balanced on, you would just laugh so much.
Yeah, so before everybody got on, that's what we were doing, and we were building contraptions to set our iPods on. Mine is currently on a nightstand with a Yeti cooler on top of it, and recipe book holder thing, which is quite hysterical.
Yeah, I've got a recipe book holder, Gatorade bottles, and granola bars.
Oh, granola bars, perfect. Granola bars. A whole new use for granola bars. Can I flip my camera around on this thing? Oh, switch camera. Looky there. Is it? I don't know.
Oh, you're stealing.
Oh, doesn't allow me to do it.
No, that's a bummer.
No. Yeah.
So I've got about 4 minutes on the old fry. So these nuggets I might have done a little bit.
Oh, look at that. There we go.
Looking good. Hey, our pots are almost the same ones.
I know.
Pretty cool. Walmart. It's the Pioneer Woman. Highly recommend it. Yeah. All right.
Great. Okay. So I'm ready to try it.
Okay. You ready? I haven't tried mine yet.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Cheers.
Uh-huh. Hot. Mm-hmm. Crispy. Mmm. Yeah.
Dang, those taste like Chick-fil-A nuggets. Yes. Holy crap. Who knew?
It's the pickles then. It's the pickles. Huh.
Oh, man. That is incredible. I'm totally impressed with myself, by the way, right now. Oh, that's good.
That's amazing. So the secret is the pickle juice marinade for Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I think so. I would dial down the salt maybe just a little bit, but I think I'm more sensitive to that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, man, I would say it's a success.
That is a pretty darn good success, I'd say.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty pumped.
That's exciting. Yep.
Yeah.
Neither of you guys ever eat at Freddy's?
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing.
I think those would be really good with some of their jalapeno fry sauce.
Ooh.
I haven't had
Yeah.
it. That's exciting. So here's my deal. Like, I really cannot stand oven baked nuggets, like the frozen ones. I just never, it's food disappointment.
Yeah.
So
Once you
I'm
put them in
really
it, yeah. Once you put things in an air fryer or you do like what we just did, yeah. Oven bake. Yeah.
yeah. So
Not
air
so
fryers
much.
are worth it, I guess, right?
Well, now I don't know if I would be willing to try it with this, but I mean, I'd try anything once. I don't know if I'd want to try it on. I would try it on chicken maybe first, and not waste a,
Yeah.
wild turkey or anything like that in an air fryer. But
Yeah. So I don't know how long these were frying for. But I think maybe doing a little longer than I took the first ones out because it looks like it's getting a little crispier that way. I turned my heat up a little bit more even to 7. So
well, and you have to, because if you remember, once you put your first batches, it's going to cool the oil off. And so then what I did was then I let my oil heat back up just a little bit, and then I put my second batch in. But then it did cook a little bit faster, that second batch. And I just go off of because again, you don't want to have your oil so hot that you're just crisping the outside and not cooking the inside.
that always,
So
right?
yeah.
Yeah, some of this went a little longer and it looks a little bit more crispy to my liking. Let's say. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna throw my last batch in, but yeah, and my last potatoes. That was pretty that was a pretty easy recipe.
Yeah. It seemed to have not very complicated.
No. And like something you could easily do on a weeknight and the kiddos will like, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and then if you're jonesing for Chick-fil-A nuggets on a Sunday, then you have an easy filler for that.
Yeah, exactly. Or like a game days or whatever. That's great.
Absolutely.
I wonder if this will work with the quaily birds, but you need a lot of quaily birds.
I bet it would.
Yeah.
I bet it would be the same. This recipe could be used for any game bird. Absolutely. We've done it with pheasant before. We've done it with wild turkey before. So we have done this with wild turkey before, and it's good.
Maybe even
comes out.
Chuker, if you went chuker hunting.
Yep, dove. Absolutely.
Love it. Oh, this is so exciting. Who knew? Pickle juice. Like, who figures that out? Like, who tastes it, and goes, oh, yeah, there's pickle juice marinated in there. Why I want.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know how you figure that out.
I don't know. I wish I had that kind of sensitive palate, but I don't.
Yeah. I'm not brave enough to. I'm copycat. I'm like, oh, that recipe looks good. I'll
pretty much the same
modify things a little bit, but I won't really go too crazy. I have an aunt though who goes really rogue on stuff, and it always turns out amazing. So
I envy that so much. Yeah, I'm really a stick to the recipe type of person until I've done it a few times. That I know,
Woo. Too much water, Stephanie. Too much water.
Dang it. That was fun. Let me pat those down real quick. Anyways, in the midst of that, I sure do appreciate everybody who joined us tonight, and cheers to the Chick-fil-A nuggets. It's not a myth. It's a real deal. It tastes like Chick-fil-A nuggets. Oh, great.
That's awesome. Well, kudos to you for putting this together and and just trying stuff out. This has been fun.
It was a lot of fun. I had a blast.
Yes.
Well, thank you all. Cheers. With your mocktail.
Absolutely. You guys have a good night. Enjoy the recipes and keep us posted if you've tried this. We would love to hear about it. Absolutely.
Excellent. Yes, please do. All right. Thanks, y'all. Have a good night.